Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
This is really cool. Okay, this is a question about my physical body. Oh,
We are checking the temperature. You said it was cool.
oh, it's hot, or I don't know.
It's hot and cool.
Sort of hot and cool. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm sweating, but my hands are cool. Okay.
Speak up.
I probably know the answer, but I need
Speak up.
validation. I created a motor vehicle accident.
No, all right. How
In
exciting
December.
for you.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Did it jar you awake into a new understanding
It
of yourself?
really did.
All right.
It connected me
Congratulations.
with, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So as a result, I injured my spine. A piece of my vertebrae broke off.
Oh, all right.
The only reason I found that out was because I did go to ER.
Yes.
But after that, I made a decision that I wasn't going to, utilize that healing modality.
Oh, all right.
And-
you can use the detoxification modality if you wish.
What is that?
There are very strong formulations of detoxification that will remove the toxins from your system, and when you then remove the toxins from your system and put in the proper nutrients, your body can heal itself even from an injury like that. So detoxify your body as thoroughly as possible. If you wish, this information can be given to you later after this transmission. Because there are many different forms of detoxification, but because we often get this question, we have already directed the channel to research and explore certain companies on your planet that provide extremely strong detoxification programs, and there will be someone who can give you this information once this is over, or even during this particular transmission if you wish.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, my next question is, I utilized different healing modalities, and one of the ones that I completely resonated with is with angelic beings.
Yes.
And, with utmost respect and love, what are angels?
Angels are the first reflection of all that is. Does that make sense to you in your language? All that is, in a sense, everything that exists is a reflection from some particular point of view of all that is. Angels are the first reflection
Yes.
that allow all that is to know itself as all that is. You could say it's the first layer of the onion. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Of the consciousness of all that is. But it expresses itself individually in, well, all right, if you want, mini-gods, so to speak, which you call the angelic realm. It's reflections, it's mirrors of all that is. Individuated mirrors, individuated representations of all that is on a very high level. The first level, the first split, the first reflection. Make sense?
Thank you so much.
Well, you're so welcome. I had nothing to do with that.
Much love. That's it.
Unconditional love to you.
I would like to know if you can give an insight. When I was about 9 years old, I had a near drowning experience.
How exciting.
And at the moment of losing consciousness, is that what death feels like?
It can. Yes. Really, in a sense, death can feel just like walking through a doorway.
At that time, when I came to again, I guess I must have shifted.
Yes.
So when that moment of, so I do can't.
You were given a choice to stay in spirit or to continue your life in a parallel reality so similar you didn't notice it wasn't the same reality.
But you couldn't tell if that moment of losing consciousness, if that what death felt like.
Yes, because you died.
So, literally at that
Literally,
time.
you died.
Physical death.
Yes. and you were given an opportunity to stay in spirit or to continue the life as if you hadn't died, but the only way to do that is in a parallel reality that's so similar you don't know the difference.
Okay, thank you.
You understand?
Yes, thank you. A question about sleep.
Yes.
Is, no offense to you, but usually when I fall asleep, when I listen to channel messages, I often fall asleep.
That's fine. Were you here last night of your time?
Yes.
Did you hear us say that sometimes people respond by falling asleep so they can get their conscious mind out of the way and allow the information to be absorbed in the way they need to be absorbed?
Okay, yes.
So it's a natural reaction sometimes to the energy that we give off, or higher energy frequencies. Because you know that your physical mind brings with it all sorts of filters and assumptions and definitions that don't necessarily work for the vibrational energy you wish to absorb. So you put it to sleep, you go, shh, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then your higher mind can pay attention, absorb what it needs to, and give that and deliver that to the physical mind in the way it needs to by whispering to it while it's sleeping gently, telling it lovely bedtime stories that allow it to absorb the information in a palatable way, a comfortable way, an enjoyable way, so that when the physical mind wakes up, it'll go, oh, well, I feel pretty good. I don't know why, but I feel different.
Yeah, okay, great, thank you. Also, can you give a little how to develop an inner joy in your heart?
Oh, sorry, I was asleep.
I'm trying to word it so it's just exact. So how to develop the inner joy in your heart.
Oh, I apologize. What were you saying? All right, I'm listening.
Okay, so how to develop the inner joy in your heart and in your mind, and that synchronize them together and
Well,
have
how
them.
do you imagine that might work for you? This is your ability to design a permission slip that will allow you to feel the communion and communication between the heart and the mind in a balanced way. So this is your opportunity to use your imagination to design whatever permission slip will allow you to feel and believe that you are balancing the energy between your heart and mind. So what do you want to do? This is your chance right now to choose an extraordinary life, to choose an extraordinary permission slip through your extraordinary imagination. What do you imagine would allow you to experience what it is you seek? Be extraordinary right now. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Use that imagination. Be creative. Picture. How does that work? Do you see the heart? Do you see the mind? How are they represented? Can you see them talking to each other, blending together? What works for you? Come on, open up your imagination.
Okay, so usually I can get my heart to be enjoyed, not all the time, periodically.
Is that how you want to define this permission slip? I can't do it all the time. Is that the way you want to design the permission slip? That you can't do it all the time?
I
Watch your definitions.
Right. It's not that I can't do, I'm not always thinking about it all the time.
You don't have to think about it all the time.
So just tell yourself that it's there all the time, then it's there all the time.
No, not just tell yourself. Know that it is.
Right. And
There's
then
a difference.
Okay. Know that it's there all the time, and then send it to your mind, and have your mind also know that the joy is there all the time together with the heart.
Does that feel correct to you?
Yes.
Or would you like to make some adjustments in that?
To really experience it.
And
The
by
joy itself.
experiencing it, how will you experience it? Once you know that, how will you experience it? There's a simple answer.
By being peaceful.
Nope.
Just feeling the happiness.
Nope. You already talked about feeling the happiness. But the idea is, how will you ground this in your physical reality? If you know this will work for you, and you desire to experience the fact that it will work for you, how will you ground this knowledge in physical reality?
Just tell yourself.
You will act like you know it's true.
Yes.
Because knowledge and action are synonymous. What you know to be true is in your behavior. You don't think about it. You don't wonder about it. You don't say, do I believe this is true? You just do what you know is true. Have you not seen us give this demonstration before?
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Do you have a small object? Pen, pencil, coin, anything?
Yes.
Do you have it in your hand? Put it in your hand. A ring, jewelry, anything.
Yes.
Do you have it in your hand?
Yes.
Put it on the floor.
Oh, I think I remember seeing this.
Well, put it on the floor.
Okay.
Did you do it?
Yes.
Now pick it up. Did you do it?
Yes.
Did you think about it, or did you just do it? Did you ask yourself if you believed you could pick it up? No, you just picked it up.
Yes, thank you.
What you know is true, you just do. Knowledge and behavior are synonymous.
Okay.
So if you know that this permission slip will work for you, and you are in the state that you prefer to be in, the only way to experience it in physical reality, to ground it in physical reality, is to behave like you know it's true. Make it synonymous with your action. Because the knowledge and the action are simply two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Yes?
Thank you. Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes, thank you.
Does that help you? Yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question from my daughter. She wants to ask you, where does the source comes from?
The source of all that is?
Yes. Where
Comes
does
from
it
here. It comes from now. There is no other place or time.
So that means the source is always here, has been here. Is
Always.
never-
Time and space are subject to existence. Existence is not subject to time and space. There is no beginning to existence and no end. It is simply here, it is simply now, that's what it is. And everything else is subject to that. It doesn't need to have a beginning because it's not subject to the idea of time.
Okay.
So it's just here, it's just now, it is everything you see, it is everywhere, every when, it is all that is.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And
very
that
much.
means that so are you and so is she.
Right.
Yes?
Okay.
Everything you experience will always be from your point of view, from your identity. Even when you think about the experience of blending, as you often say, with all that is, that doesn't mean you lose your identity. It means you're the only identity left. You are all that is. When you blend with all that is, you see everything from that point of view, but you're still you. You're your version of all that is, just like everyone else will experience themselves as their version of all that is. That's what it means to be a multidimensional being. Everyone can experience themselves as all that is, and all that is experiences itself as all of us experiencing themselves as aspects of all that is, and experiencing themselves as their version of all that is. And all those versions together also make up another all that is, experiencing all the versions of all that is can be. And that version can experience itself as other versions of all that is, experiencing all that is, experiencing all that is, experiencing all that is, experiencing all that is. You get the point?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day, Bashar.
And you good day.
And good day to you all. I love you.
Our love to you as well.
My first question, Bashar, it's about anxiety or panic attacks.
Anxiety and panic attack.
Yeah,
How
sometimes.
exciting.
Yeah, sometimes I have experienced those things that
All
we call.
right. Well, what's
And-
holding you back from being yourself? What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
Oh,
yet.
don't give me that. Of course you do, or certainly it's easy to find out. Because again, all you have to do is ask the question and be willing to hear the answer. What am I afraid will happen if I am my authentic self? If I allow myself to be who I prefer to be, what am I terrified might happen? Well, what are you afraid will happen? What are you
I don't
anxious
know.
about?
I get like all these thoughts of like maybe going crazy or something like that.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
Well, why do you have definitions that would say that to be yourself would make you crazy? That's not a definition of your authentic self. Wouldn't a definition of your authentic self simply allow you to be balanced and joyful? Wouldn't that be a more appropriate definition of the authentic self?
Yep.
So why are you holding on to a definition of your true self that says that your true self would somehow automatically be crazy in a negative way? Why are you holding that definition to be true? It makes no sense.
Like right now, I think like I'm quite balanced, but I don't know if it's part of like change on my body and my physical body.
Well, so what if it is? That's not necessarily a negative thing, is it?
Nope.
Well, then why would that lead to anxiety? You do understand that you can't have a feeling without a definition first, yes?
Yes.
All right, so what definition would have to be true about you in order for you to be feeling anxious about yourself? What are you buying into that you think is true? It's not true because it's out of alignment with who you are. But if you're buying into the idea of something out of alignment being true, you're going to feel anxious. Do you not understand? Anxiety is the emotion's way of telling you you have a definition that's out of alignment. It's doing a service by pointing it out to you, by bringing it to your attention. Don't get caught up in the feeling. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling anxiety. That's a bad thing. No, because then you're only heaping more negativity as a definition on the experience of anxiety. If you understand that anxiety is just the way in which you're experiencing your energy because you're filtering your energy through a negative definition, then you can say, oh, thank you, anxiety, for pointing out that I'm out of alignment and out of balance with who I prefer to be. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Now, what would I have to believe is true in order to be generating anxiety by filtering my energy through this negative definition? What would that negative definition have to be about myself? Then you can be in touch. If you're willing to hear the answer, then something in your life will bring the answer to you, if you're not afraid to hear the answer too. And if you are, then there's another belief you need to deal with and identify. But that's all it takes, is understanding what anxiety is there for, and not getting caught up in the fact that, oh, I'm experiencing anxiety, something must be wrong. No, something's very right. That's the point. Something is very right. Your emotional system is working perfectly by pointing out that you have a definition that isn't working for you. That's why you're feeling the anxiety. That means it's working fine. It only starts to seem like it's not working when you get caught up in the fact that the anxiety is there and label it inappropriately as something's going wrong. No, something's going right. Use it. And then you will see that it will disappear. Because anytime a messenger of emotionality comes to you, fear, anxiety, self-doubt, what have you, anytime it raises its head, it's telling you you need to find something there that's generating it. And when you say, thank you for bringing that to my attention, I will now pay attention to what you're saying and go exploring and find out what that definition is, then the fear, the anxiety, the self-doubt will have done its job, and it will turn into curiosity and imagination and investigation and discovery and excitement. It's the same energy as your joy. It's just that it's your joy being filtered through something that's out of alignment. So of course it's going to be discordant, but it's your energy. The fact that it's discordant allows you to know you're out of tune and to bring yourself back into tune. So when you feel these things, these so-called negative energies, that means your system is working perfectly as a guidance mechanism to let you know there's something you need to adjust to bring yourself back into tune. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfect sense.
All right.